love that. I got Ubered home, or not home, but we were in Scottsdale and we all went out. And it's the only time I've ever taken an Uber by myself. It was like 2, 3 a.m., whatever time the bars closed in Scottsdale. And I got picked up by this woman. Like, she was super nice. She made me listen to her raps the entire way back to our house. Respect. But it wasn't her own songs. She really liked Tech Nine. So it was her rapping Tech Nine the whole way back. It was like a 20-minute ride. I am drunk as can be. I'm just like, what is happening right now? I wish I had my phone.
I need a picture of this woman.
I followed her on TikTok. Like. I have her TikTok.
I love this.
What do you think she looks like?
I'm hoping it's like some average middle-aged white woman.
Absolutely. You would be correct.
Picturing like glasses, short red hair.
And she tried honestly,
Tech Nine.
I don't remember much because I was just fighting back, throwing up to the whole ride home. And the song, like the mute, she was like, "Does this sound good?" I'm like, "Yep." I'm not gonna tell you no. My life is in your hands right now.
Roll out the window, bitch.
She made me follow her on TikTok. Like she didn't hold a gun to my head, but she might as well have. Like,
turn up.
I feel like we need some explosion sounds.
Like a DJ. Like a DJ saying their name.
Come out with the what is it? Taglines? Is that what they call it? DJ It Will. Like one of those.
Right. Mustard. We actually have.
We do have fun.
We have the button.
We do have fun.
Welcome to the Who Effing Knows podcast. I'm Patty V. We're in the Brew Bros Studios. I'm gonna keep. It feels so official when I say we're in the Brew Bros Studios. I don't know. It feels good.
And it rhymes.
Brew Bros Studio. He could make a rap out of it probably. Yeah, me, Patty V. Well, that rhymes too. Hey,
all the bars
today.
Keep
it going.
Wow, I can't. We got Aaron. Shrink. Dave. I don't. Dave said he didn't come with topics tonight. I wrote 3 things on the board, but I got random things in my head too. Aaron, do you have topics tonight?
Yeah, I got some randos in my head.
That's good. Can I kick it off? Because I had a thought that I wanted to say, and we were talking about it ahead of time. I was like, I'm just going to save it for the podcast. We're talking about our children, and I said, I thought I knocked something over. I panicked.
Explosion.
I said that I gave my daughter a horrible life because she has my genes. And then we all kind of connected over things that we've given to our children. But I wanted to clarify what I meant because it was slightly different from what you guys said. We can get into the whole conversation though. So anyways, my daughter the other day is doing cartwheels on, we have this like inflatable thing upstairs. It looks like I guess it's like a tumble mat, but it's like inflatable. I don't know, whatever. And she just cannot get her back leg to fly over. Both of you have boys, so whatever. Anybody out there that does gymnastics knows what I'm talking about as far as cartwheels go. Her back leg, just for whatever reason, will not fully fly over, but she's like quick on it. She looks like she knows what she's doing. And man, she was doing it for like 30 minutes and she's getting mad. I mean, like angry. And it got to a point where I had to like set her down and be like, listen, I too hate not being able to be good at something. Okay. But you are trying so hard. And if you keep trying like this, you are going to be so good at this because if you work this hard for the rest of your life, there is no way you will be bad. Okay. That's what I was getting at. I was telling these guys this ahead of the pod that I made her destined for heartbreak because she's a perfectionist and she hates not being perfect at something. So
I was getting ready to be surprised for a second. I thought you were going to say, I really hate it also too when my back leg does not perfectly go over.
Honey,
I'm
listen,
like,
okay.
I just learned something about Patty today.
No, I never did gymnastics. Although I do believe that every child should probably do gymnastics. Now that my daughter has done it, I've realized it's just builds the foundation for athletes. That's all they do is train core and explosive movements. And
can you do a cartwheel?
Hell no.
No.
Can you?
Efficiently?
I could try. I mean,
we're all pretty tall guys, so getting the whole body rotating that looks pretty smoothly is not the easiest of things.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to look smooth at all. Not a lot of things I look smooth at.
Can you cartwheel?
I can't do a cartwheel. I used to. I haven't tried in years, but I used to be able to do what's the other one? The round off, where you actually like just land on 2 feet and facing the other way or whatever.
Nice.
I could do that. I can't do the cartwheel. Cartwheel's like too slow motion for me.
So that's what she wants to do. And she was like, I'm going to do, she was like watching a gymnast video earlier in the morning. And she was like, I'm going to do a backflip. And I was like, I don't think you're going to just do a backflip, but let's try it.
Let's try it.
No, we didn't just try it. My wife also did tumbling when she was younger, and she was like, absolutely not. There are things you need to learn.
Stay in your lane.
Also, I learned that a backflip is not called a backflip. Like, you can't just call something a backflip. There's a round off. There's a back handspring. There's all these different things. And I just call them flip-a-dippus. But yeah, I don't know. But anyways.
That would have been a fun, still could possibly happen where we try out versus a pro, Brew Bros versus the pros, and just find someone who's a good gymnastic. What's a gymnast? Is that the proper term, gymnast?
I think it's gymnast, yeah. There's also like tumbling. I don't know the difference.
See, we're going to get this person, and then I'm just going to get into the debate of these are not the parallel bars. Just like I got into with your wife the other day.
What was the playground? They're not called monkey bars anymore.
Oh my gosh. I don't even remember. I wish I could remember.
Something with a B, I think. Right?
Brachiator?
Brachiator or something like that.
There will be brachiating jumping. What the hell is brachiating? Took me 10 minutes to Google this.
Is it? I just need to know if is that something like we can't say monkey bars anymore? Is that the reason for that?
Are we offending animals?
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Has it always been that, and we just never knew that, or are we now not calling them monkey bars?
I don't know.
For all those that are wondering, we had our employee luncheon last weekend, and we took our kids to the playground. And on this playground, they have a sign that says all the different things that are at this playground, like slides and I don't even know what it said. It was like your most basic stuff that is very understandable. And then when it came to the monkey bars, it said brachiating. And then we had to look it up, and then it basically explained a monkey bar. It was, I think it said like a ladder and swinging from one end to the other end. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, that's monkey bar.
Yeah.
It's like, did we miss out on when monkey bars got canceled? Like,
I'm just imagining there's somebody out there right now getting super frustrated and offended by us repeatedly saying monkey bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to think that that's happening.
This instantly makes me want to bring up a topic that we probably shouldn't, but I'm curious because there's so many things in life that when I was a child, were called something else that are now called different things. Maybe not so many, but the first one that I'll call out, and I feel like you and I could probably say this. People will tell me I can't, but whatever. Indian style, as a child, sitting Indian style. Ooh, it's definitely crisscross applesauce now, which blew my mind.
I feel like there was always crisscross applesauce.
Was it? Maybe I went to some racist ass schools.
No, I feel like it was a game.
I feel like it was,
but when they would play crisscross applesauce, they would tell you to sit Indian style.
Right.
Did we just say Native American style now? Like, what is?
I don't know. Well, now you can't. I don't even know if you can say that because they're not Americans. They're just natives.
But yeah, you can.
And I'm saying they.
At the Chiefs games,
close enough. I guess I can't say I'm native anymore. But.
Chiefs games, you can just in Florida State, and then somehow the
Braves
Redskins got canceled, and then
Redskins,
the Indians got canceled. No. Now they're the Guardians. It's like, who can get canceled? Braves are cool. Florida State's fine with it. Chiefs are fine with it. It's like we just decided to be like, all right, let's cancel a decent amount. And then now there's petitions to bring back the Redskin name, and I'm like,
well, if I remember, like the people they were supposedly offending with the Redskin name were like, we are cool with the name.
Yeah.
Like the guy who was the logo or the chief, whatever he is. I don't want to. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But I want to say whether it was him or like that tribe were like, we're cool. Like it's all right.
If anything, it gets the name out there.
Yeah. I don't know.
Some lady with Coke bottle glasses and short hair screaming, "They're not okay with that." He just said he was.
It's certainly slowed down in like recent years. We went through a phase there where we were changing everything.
Yeah.
Like when they changed Lee Circle and all that, like they were just changing everything. They were talking about the Florida Lee needed to be changed.
Yeah. I was like, yo, like how far does this go? Like, and I don't understand the history, so I don't want to, like you said a couple minutes ago, I don't disrespect anyone or anything, but come on.
I don't know, man.
At what point?
Somebody's just got to break it down to me. I'm gonna say some things that I'm sure are still offensive.
Yeah.
Don't get mad at me. Just have a conversation. Explain to me why. And if I think it's stupid, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna continue on. So, like monkey bars, it's always. We're not changing that.
That's fair.
Yeah. We're not. Somebody's gonna tell me they slaughtered like 1,000 monkeys, and I'm like,
and they hung the monkeys from the bars.
That's what it is.
It's like, well, it makes sense.
Well,
I immediately with the wrestling, like John Cena's finisher was always the FU, and then now it's the attitude.
Yeah, see, that's ridiculous. That changed just because of the PG era.
Yeah, it was just that was Vince McMahon being dumb.
And John Cena was lame.
John Cena's always been lame. He's still lame. Actually, I don't know if I think he's lame anymore.
I don't know. But
Heel
what's
Cena.
in it for Travis Scott?
TV, I think. I don't know if he was even aware that he was there.
I don't know if he was supposed to be there. That's honestly, it's the most confusing part of the whole night. Yeah. I texted y'all immediately after. I was like, I don't know that I'm more confused by what just happened or the fact that Travis Scott was still in the ring. Hey, I want him and Cody to have like a one-on-one match because Cody's gonna slap the shit out of him.
He's gonna get his lick back.
Yeah, the point where he was burning sage and I didn't know what he was doing, and it looked like he was making up a dance. And I'm like,
I thought he was sparking up again.
I didn't know what the hell was going on.
It was the wildest moment. I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like South Park was a lot of that stuff too. It was like mainly just old shows. Like you could go back and watch those episodes and you'd be like, yeah, that wouldn't fly today at all. Like
Absolutely not.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like literally the first episode. Like there's some stuff in there where you can't say that. And there's a lot of like I said, South Park is any episode of South Park back in the day you watch. It's like, couldn't go back to that.
Do they still? I feel like South Park still is probably like, yeah, we don't.
They push it. They push it a little bit.
I think didn't the creator blatantly say, he's like, yeah, like we're not going to even pretend that we're not being stereotypical because it's pretty damn obvious.
Yeah.
That's the point. Yeah.
But that's like all the best comedians these days are the ones that still push the limit. Like people still want that.
Yeah.
Right. Like if you want comedy, like that's what you want.
Yeah. They had Carlos Mencia. His whole big thing was like the thing that he did.
The thing.
Yeah.
Supposedly Carlos Mencia stole a lot of his jokes. Did you know that?
I heard that too. Which doesn't shock me. I feel like
we're fraud.
I feel like at some point some comedian is going to say the same joke. But if it's like, I think his was
like word
pretty
word,
blatant that it was. But I don't know.
All my 3 a.m. wake ups to a person jumping on the trampoline just aren't the same now.
Oh my friends.
You don't know.
I do associate that with the middle of the night.
Yeah. I don't know why. I'll just still be up, or I'd wake up in the middle of the night. Carlos Mencia's shows on TV. What was the name? Was it the Carlos?
It was George Lopez.
George Lopez.
Yeah.
Not Carlos Mencia. Whatever.
I knew what you wanted to
talk about stereotypical. Jeez. Well, there you go.
Well. I had a quick question actually.
Yeah, go for it.
I dropped some stuff off at Goodwill today. This is a totally dumb question, but if you donate clothes to Goodwill, is it considered donating to your local charity?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a write-off.
Like it.
They like used to ask, I would do that sometimes. They would like offer me a slip. Like, you need a write-off slip? And I'm like, I don't know. I donated to like
what's the
50
value?
cents worth of old clothes.
I don't donate to Goodwill because they charge people for it. I don't like that. If I have like I will ask around. I'll make posts. I'll do whatever I can to possibly give it just away to people.
Yeah.
And if like my last resort is Goodwill, then I'll do Goodwill. But I don't know where these little orange drop boxes go.
I don't either.
But that's where I go.
You got that little, I think like the Habitat for Humanity or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not trying to give it to Goodwill. Who's gonna like? I don't even know if they're making a profit off of it. Like I don't know.
They are.
Yeah, I assume.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem for me with Goodwill. There's like different tiers to these like secondhand stores, right? Like Habitat's fine. A lot of that money that they make goes back into programs that they have. Goodwill, it just goes to like the CEO and then the board, and it ain't. I
haven't given anything to Goodwill in a long time because of that. Like I don't feel right. Like I almost want to go into the parking lot in Goodwill, and when I see somebody like with a kid or something like going in, stop them and be like, "Hey, I got all these clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go through them before I go bring them in the store? And you got to pay for them?"
Yeah.
But I've heard people like have dropped stuff off, and then they're like, "Oh, I need to grab something real quick," and Goodwill's like, "Nah, it's ours."
Mm.
Like within like a second, like you put it down, in a second you put it down, it's Goodwill's. Supposedly, I don't know.
They're gonna catch these hands if I leave something in there I need.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. You don't understand.
I hadn't donated to Goodwill or any store like that in a long time, and we were just cleaning out the closets today, and you would think they'd have some kind of drop off, but I went in there, asked the lady, I'm like, "Where do I drop the bags off?" Because I don't see like a designated drop area. She's just like, she didn't even say anything. She's just like pointed outside, and there was just in front of the store in the corner of the building. just drop the bags. So they had like 2 other bags there, and I'm like, okay, I guess.
The last time I had tried to do it, there had been like a storm or like a heavy rainstorm come through, and just all those bags just outside, and then they're just like torn apart and scattered. Now I'm like, somebody's job is to go through this in the morning. I assume they're just throwing all this away, or like or because they're gonna wash it anyway. Like, do they still take it? I don't know.
Yes.
Goodwill in Slidell used to have the big bins that you could just go drop stuff in.
Well, they had a guy that when I dropped the stuff off, came from the back and he had a big bin that he had put a lot of the stuff in. And he's like, I'm about to stop taking stuff. And in my head, I'm like, I don't think you really have a choice of.
You can't turn this stuff away.
Yeah, I'm here to donate some clothes. Sorry, can't take no more.
Yeah. It's like, this ain't Plato's closet, bro. You taking what I'm giving you.
Very weird. But like, I don't know how else to word this, but it's going to sound terrible. I don't like donating to charity when I'm asked because I don't know. I wanted to know where it's going. Like there's some that like, go to the right places.
Like the roundup for firefighters.
Yeah. Where's that going?
I was told that a lot of those stores, I think maybe you told me this, or I heard this a long time ago. A lot of those stores like Winn-Dixie and stuff, when it's like, oh, do you want to round up and give to whoever? Yeah. A lot of times they've already pre-committed some amount and you're just paying them back for it. Like, no, bro. You already gave that.
Yeah, I don't know. I like my way of charity was like when they had the storm coming through and the dog shelter needed people to take the dogs. That's gonna be how I'm gonna do it. Like I'll donate my time more than money. At least I feel like I'm doing something there.
That counts. It really does. That counts.
Like I'll donate money if I know for sure it's going to something. Like if the kids are standing outside the store and they're like, hey, help our football team, sure. And we know you have had situations where you're paying way too much money to these kids.
Man, listen. I actually had a kid the other day. I took the wrong turn. Okay, I don't know what happened. I was in Mandeville, and then I was in Covington, and I don't know how I ended up on this back street that was not looking like the neighborhoods I was used to.
Must have been by my house.
No, I mean, it actually wasn't. But there was like 10 kids outside. And I was like, oh, the kids are like playing. That's cool. I'm not going to turn down the street because I don't want to make a move. But I had to like turn around. So I turned around and circled back. It was the only street I could go down. And they like blocked the road. And I'm like, what is happening here? Am I going to have to run over an 11-year-old? And a kid like walks up to the door and he's like, roll the window down. And I'm like, so I roll my window down. I'm like, all right, what are we getting into here? And he's like, hey, can you give us some money for, and he paused. And I was like, no, you don't even have a reason. No. And this other dude comes around the corner and he's like, it's my birthday. And I was like, happy birthday, buddy. Y'all get out the way.
That's so funny.
I was like, yeah, no.
Sounds horrifying. I did that. Reminds me when I delivered pizza for Domino's. I had the night shifts, and Hammond was notorious for not having street numbers and street signs and numbers on the houses. And so I didn't have the little lit up Domino's thing on my car. So I drove down a neighborhood where same thing. I was like, I don't think this is a great place to be in right now. And I pull up and they got 15, 20 people outside, and they just, you would have thought I was doing a drive-by on somebody because they just all immediately look at me like, who is this dude pulling up? And I'm like immediately rolling the window down like, pizza guy, Domino's. And it's just, I don't know. It's just kind of, he's kind of moving. It's like, it reminds me of the people, they're protesting and stuff. It's like, at what point do you just say, hey, you're blocking the road.
I'm trying to get through.
I got to do what I got to do.
I don't want to have to run you over. This is not what I'm trying to do for, okay? Trust me, I'm just as mad about some of the stuff you're mad about, okay? But I'm also going to be very mad if I can't get to where I'm trying to go.
Especially if that place is work.
Yeah. Right.
If I need a check, you write me a check for the day I'm going to miss, we're good.
Yeah. Like, I'll stand out here with you.
There was one, I saw a video yesterday where like people were blocking the road and the dude was trying to get to his like pregnant wife.
I saw that one.
And he's like, get out of the way.
Yeah. Oh, if it was,
he ended up like getting her and like grabbing her and slinging her.
They always get so mad when they get slung out of the road. Yeah. But if I got to get to my kids or my family, you got 10 seconds to get the fuck out of my way.
I'm all for protest. I just don't understand what that is doing.
Yeah.
Like, what are you drawing attention to?
Do you feel the same way of like the people in the forest and stuff? They stand in front of the tree to stop it, like bulldozing. And
if somebody's trying to chop down the tree, then maybe. Like if they're like, if it's like some old.
But that's like the point of their protest.
Right.
is to save the trees. So they're trying to stop the trees from
Right.
You're not here trying to save this road.
Exactly. What does this road have to do with what you're protesting? Get out the way.
You're protesting that Pluto is no longer a planet, and now you're blocking my route to work.
Go find some science committee that made them not a planet and yell at them.
Right.
Oh,
I don't know.
Get out of my way. It ain't making me want to protest with
No,
you.
if anything, it's turning me against you.
Right.
Like I was all on your side when I pulled up here, but after the 5th time of asking you to move, I also think Pluto shouldn't be a planet.
Now I'm thinking you may need to adjust the way you look at reality.
You get out of my way, or I'm going to launch you to Pluto.
How do you even have the time to be here?
That's another thing.
I don't. Jeez, man. All right.
You talked about it doesn't have to be a big thing, but the kids selling stuff outside the stores and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It is Girl Scout season
I knew
again.
that's where you were going.
With the Sams, and they got me. They get me every time.
Oof.
Like $5 a box. I don't remember them being that expensive. And I feel like the portion sizes,
Oh my goodness.
half the size is what they used to be. They're not, that's another thing. What happened to those names? They're all different names now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're not tagalongs, or they're not Samoas. They're like,
Well, okay. I feel like that might be fair, but maybe
but
not.
I mean, you think Girl Scout cookie would have went the good route, and like it meant it was,
Right.
you know, some of
like
the
a
money should have
coconut
went towards a
flavor.
proceed or something, you know,
Yeah. No, that's all going to Girl
peanut
Scouts
butter
of America,
patties, tagalongs.
I'm with you though. I was in a gas station the other day. You know, gas stations always have like the world's finest chocolate
Yeah.
that they're selling for God knows who.
Yeah, the gas station.
Yeah, I guess it's just for them. Them things. I remember when I was a kid, they were like big bars of chocolate, and they were like $1. Now they're $2 or $2.50 or something like that, and they look like a Twix.
Yeah.
Goodness.
I don't know what it is about just.
Things are getting more expensive and everything's getting smaller. I got a thing of Dave's bagels the other day, and I swear the bagels were half the size they normally were. Like normally, it's a decent sized bagel because I always just rip them apart. I'm not cutting my bagels.
Yeah.
I just separate them by hand. So I
Those are
know.
like pre-cut, huh?
Yeah, those
Dave's?
usually are not all bagels are.
Psychopath. Just that
But no, like if you get the bagels from
pre-cut.
ripping.
I don't give a shit if it's.
if you get the bagels from like
Dave
the
eats
Costco
bagels.
the Costco deli, like those you have to cut. They're not pre-cut. But yeah, the Dave's ones usually are. So like I know how they feel in my hands. And when I did this one, my hands were like this. I was like, this is not right.
I just pictured him ripping a bagel aggressively and then dipping it in cream cheese, but not like actually, just like aggressively.
Just imagine just getting a scoop of cream cheese, putting it in his mouth, taking a bite of the bagel, just mixing it together.
Jeez.
It's more efficient that way.
I mean, hey, teach their own.
I was on a big bagel kick for a while, but then I don't know. I can't enjoy a bagel if it's not toasted, and so it's the toasted part that.
Is it the time of toasting it that you don't like?
Yeah,
You just don't like it?
It's the convenience of not being an inconvenience.
Oh, so you don't like them toasted?
No, I do like them toasted. I can't eat like a bagel. I don't enjoy a bagel if it's not toasted.
Okay. All right. I thought you were saying the other way, and I was like, that's kind of crazy.
So he doesn't have the time to toast them, I guess
Yeah.
is what I'm hearing. He just doesn't want to.
They got the new place down the street right here, the bagel place. Oh my goodness.
Dilly's?
Yeah, like Dilly and Sons or something like that.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Dilly.
I'm gonna say they fry them. I don't think it's toasted. It's like we
got fried bagels?
I don't know how to.
America.
I guess it's frying. I imagine what they do is like butter it up or something, and they're putting it in like a frying pan and just smashing it down.
They like griddle it a little bit or something?
Yeah, something like that. Like I got a almost like a smash burger one from there. And it's just like a patty, and then you can tell they just kind of smashed it down. They
Right.
flip it like upside down. So like if you were getting like an everything bagel, the seed side down, and then they smash it.
Are there bagels? So now I'm going off the rails because I know people that care about bagels, like really care about bagels. Are they like house-made bagels?
Yeah, she told me they make them fresh every day.
Interesting. Because you tell me they make a smash burger. In my head, I'm like, is this just a place that's just using the bagel name to make burgers?
So the bagels were all made fresh. She told me they make like bagel chips. They have some bagel chips that aren't made every day, but like they rotate them out every couple of days. So all the bagels are fresh. Now I got I called it a smash burger. I think it was supposed to be like a Philly cheesesteak kind of thing, but it was really just like it was a frozen patty. So the patty was like a frozen patty, and they put the other stuff on there. But the bagel was fresh.
Me.
Yeah,
They lost me. I'm not gonna lie.
but Courtney got like a ham and cheese one. So it's just like fresh ham and cheese on a bagel. So that was better.
Yeah.
Not that mine was bad, but it was don't imagine you're going to
Like a
get like
McDonald's.
93% ground meat smashed down and whatever. But the bagels were fantastic.
Yeah. Did the burger, did they chop it up? Was it like a chopped cheese or was
No,
it just like
it was so long ago. I remember it just being like a full patty.
Yeah. I've thought about
right.
going there. I don't eat a lot of bagels, I'll be honest, but just to get if it's a real bagel place with like some schmear.
Yeah, they'll do that. They do that. You can actually order, like if you worked in an office or something, you can just go buy a dozen bagels, like donuts, and get some schmear on the side and whatever.
Isn't that a funny word?
It is a fun
It's
word.
a very funny word.
I had to I went there and it took them a minute to cook it because they were making everything fresh. And I put them on smoked cream cheese. They had never heard of it before.
Interesting.
And so now I'm wondering if they do it because it's been
See
a
if
while.
it's a menu item now.
It might be.
You
Because
get your own bagel.
cream cheese on a bagel is good, but smoked cream cheese on a bagel,
Yeah.
game changer.
I feel like my life was changed when I worked on magazine because I was fortunate enough to work right by Stein's Deli and some of the best bagels I've ever had in my entire life.
Interesting. See,
And
this
sandwiches.
is something I've wanted to do with you for a long time. Just have you take me to all the places in my magazine you used to go to. I think somebody, who was it? Remember a while ago, somebody posted like the perfect day on magazine or something like that.
Yeah, it's way too much food.
Yeah.
I saw the list. I was like, I ain't eating all that food. That's a lot of food.
I was like, I want to do this. This is how I want to spend the Sunday or
Yeah.
whatever.
I'd have to think. There's plenty of places.
They
to
had
go.
it like lined up. It was like, start your day here with coffee, breakfast, brunch, more coffee.
Mhm. High Volt go-to coffee shop. That was just my vibe though. And I was like right there. So like Stein's, District Donuts, High Volt. I literally worked in between all three of these. So I was just like bouncing around from, and then we had, there's a real good not Thai place. Maybe it is Thai. I don't know. I used to get pho. I'm drawing a blank, but I used to get pho from this place right there. Phenomenal.
District was one of those places. Like when I had it for the first time, changed my life.
Yeah.
Because at the time, like I didn't realize donut places like that were common.
Yeah.
I was like, this is amazing. We just
They have fallen off or changed, I
Have
guess
they?
I should say.
I
Like,
haven't been there in years.
I remember they used to have lines out the door just because the concept was so,
Yeah.
like you said. And now it's like now they serve alcohol and they just serve full menu and like you could tell they were just like, well, the donuts aren't really selling like they used to. So what else can we do?
Yeah. Yeah, when we went, I think I got like a donut, but then we actually got the breakfast. Like we got like a little bacon egg sandwich, and I was like, oh, let me try one of these donuts. I definitely wouldn't go there because like I'm not getting a dozen bacon maple glazed donuts. I just want one. I just want to try it.
A half of one.
Yeah,
I'll share it with
honestly, and they're because they were huge. They were
Yeah.
big ass donuts.
It was like
It's-
ordering a piece of cake.
It's like crumble. Like the novelty of crumble has kind of
Mm-hmm.
slowed up, you know. So it's like,
And probably similar to Crumble, District also like expanded everywhere. Like they're all over the place now.
Yeah.
They're in Vegas. They're all over like the southern United States. They got a couple different locations to where it's just like, I mean, it's kind of watered down now. It's not as special.
right. Yeah. I used to love crumble. I mean, I used to be there when they first opened the one over here because it was one of those things where it was like, oh, I can only get it when I go to Dallas, and then they open it over here. I'm like, it's
Too
cool.
much sugar. And there's
Yeah.
like
I don't want
horrible
this
for
every
you.
week.
No,
it
I
turns
don't.
out.
It's like 1,400 calories per cookie.
Yeah.
Insomnia is kind of making a little run now. They're kind of like they're outrunning.
So here's the thing about Insomnia cookies. The first time I stumbled upon them, and it was probably literally stumbled upon them, it was like 2 or 3 a.m. in Chicago.
Mhm.
And I was like, man, I just want something. And I'm like, what is it? There's a cookie
Warm
place?
Cookie.
A warm cookie place at 2:30 in the morning? I'm drunk. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Yeah.
I don't know if y'all seen the McNeese basketball. Their little, I guess he's like an assistant or whatever, and he plays music.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm just wondering how you got from Insomnia cookies to that.
Well, he
I was
just
waiting.
he just got. I saw today on Twitter that he got an NIL deal to Insomnia Cookies.
Oh, nice.
I love that. My favorite thing about Aaron is that he starts to tell the story and then tells you how it connects.
Yeah.
It's great.
You got to keep you reeling. you
Yeah,
know?
I love it.
That's the whole point of the Who Effing Knows podcast.
I like that guy.
yeah,
Aaron, me too. He's a
yeah,
great
me
guy.
too.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
No, the
he's a
McNeese
vibes
thing,
guy.
I like him a lot.
Anybody that can rap word for word songs that they look like they should have no business knowing.
Yeah,
I like them.
Well,
it was like
yeah, but when it's like the white girls on Twitter, everybody kills them.
what was it?
I
What was
like
it?
that too, though.
Me, so do I. But they always get killed.
Yeah, they do.
What was the guy in Vegas, the Uber driver? the old white guy, and he was singing. I think it was like a Gunna song or something like that. And he was
Oh,
singing
is this the dude that he does like
brick for brick, and like he was just singing it, and it just blew up, and that's his like song that he sings.
Oh, I thought you were talking. There's a dude who does like karaoke kind of in his car where he just like mouths the words to all these different songs.
Cool.
And it's like this really average looking old white dude.
They apparently got somebody in New Orleans. He's like a Shrek driver. Y'all seen that?
No.
Where he dresses up as Shrek, and you get in, and it's like beep, 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 and like people freak out over getting the Shrek car.
I love that. I got Ubered home, or not home, but we were in Scottsdale, and we all went out, and it's the only time I've ever taken an Uber by myself. It was like 2, 3 a.m., whatever time the bar closed in Scottsdale. And I got picked up by this woman. Like, she was super nice. She made me listen to her raps the entire way back to our house.
Respect.
But it wasn't her own songs. She really liked Tech Nine. So it was her rapping Tech Nine the whole way back. It was like a 20-minute ride. I am drunk as can be. I'm just like, what is happening right now? I wish I had my phone.
I need a picture of this woman.
I followed her on
what she
TikTok.
looks like.
I have her TikTok.
I love this.
What do you think she looks like?
I'm hoping it's like some average middle-aged white woman.
Absolutely. You would be correct.
Picturing
You would
like
be
glasses,
correct.
short red hair.
And
I don't know
she
why
tried
red hair.
honestly,
Tech Nine.
I don't remember much because I was just fighting back, throwing up to the whole ride home. And the song, like the mute, she was like, "Does this sound good?" I'm like, "Yep." I'm not gonna tell you no. My life is in your hands right now.
Roll out the window, bitch.
She made me follow her on TikTok. Like she didn't hold a gun to my head, but she might as well have. Like
Yeah, if you don't follow me, on TikTok,
like we're not at the location yet, so I don't feel like I can tell you no to anything. And I am in no condition to argue.
That's crazy. I've actually met a lot of really cool people Ubering by myself because Uber drivers are like they got some stories.
Yeah, like she
They got
was.
some lives.
Listen, it was hard as hell not to just laugh at it when she played it, but like she was cool. Like it was cool that she was just doing this and was like willing to show it to people. I was like, I love that you have no shame about this.
I get in an Uber and there's a 45-year-old Karen that turns around and says, "Hey, you like Tech Nine?"
That's exactly. I shit you not. That's exactly how the conversation went. She said, "Do you like Tech Nine?" I do impressions.
Yes, I certainly do. I don't even care if I do.
If I didn't, I do now. Yeah.
Yeah, there could not have been a more random name than Tech Nine that she threw out.
I don't know if you could pick a more aggressive.
Exactly. That was the other thing. I was like, I'm definitely not telling you no if you just riding around. Who is riding around casually listening to Tech Nine? Nobody.
I mean, I've known some folks.
No,
but still.
they're weird. All of them. They've
They
all
listen
got a
to them
little
if
bit
they're
of,
on a feature or something, but the actual
yeah. You're not just riding around listening to Tech Nine. Like song after song. You might like a Tech Nine song and throw it on, but you're not just riding around bumping Tech Nine. It's not happening. And if you do, I'm not messing with you.
You might want to apologize to them
Good
now.
for you. No, listen, it's your prerogative. Have fun.
That's wild. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I need to find this one. I'm going to Scottsdale in a month. I need to find this
I
woman.
hope she's still out there. What
I swear
would
to
be
God.
the
I swear to
chances? If I don't care what time of day it is, what time of night it is, I want a FaceTime. If it happens, I expect the FaceTime. I don't care who's in the car with you.
should reach out beforehand. Like find her TikTok and just say, "Hey, I'm gonna be out this time."
It would have
Are
been
you Ubering?
It would have been a lot more fun had it been me and other people. Because I remember like getting back, it was so hard to tell, like convince people that this really happened. Thank God I followed her on TikTok and it was a real thing. And all her TikToks, if I remember, are like black and white. Like it's weird.
Like, dude, how messed up were you last night? It's like,
Yeah.
Tech Nine and an old white lady singing.
I got there, I'd be like, the second I stepped out the car, I threw up. And it's not the weirdest thing that happened.
Jeez. I'm just glad you held together long enough not to throw up in this lady's car. She might have killed you.
Yeah.
You might not be here today.
Honestly, that might have been why I didn't. She might have had me so distracted by it.
Jeez.
It's really like the only memory I have from Scottsdale.
Goodness gracious.
Good times. Scottsdale, great place, great town.
I can't wait. Never been.
It's fun.
Heard great things.
I would love to go back. I would.
Yeah. We're doing a little bachelor party. We'll hit up the little tiny old town area, see what's up with that, you know?
Yep.
We did spring for we sprung for a place a little further out to, get a nicer place and be able to hang at the house a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Heated pool, because apparently, things get cold.
Arizona.
There's a cool par 3 course like on the way to the like between the airport and at least where we stayed.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
We're doing a bunch of outdoorsy stuff. My buddy's very outdoorsy. He wanted to do like kayak and whitewater rafting or something like that. We're doing some like 4-wheeler riding. And, I don't know, just all kinds of outdoorsy stuff. Probably do a hike. I don't know.
There you go.
Maybe do a hike.
Good for you. Good
Very
for you.
outdoorsy. We're also probably going to get smashed. So
Somebody will get injured.
that's probably
A
true.
lot of outdoors, a lot of booze,
Yeah.
a lot of
The
injuries.
flight home will definitely be everyone just looking like they're dead.
Yeah, I'm sore and I'm hungover.
Yeah. So there we go. And then when I get back, I have a 2-day turnaround and then I'm back out of town for another trip. So speaking of, I don't know where we're going to record this podcast for a while. I should probably let you guys know. We'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
You just let us in.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. You know the code.
Mm-hmm.
Let's come in.
I don't think I do, but the conversation for another day.
Sorry, guys.
We don't need to get bogged down in the details.
Behind the scenes in front of everyone. I wrote down some stuff. Did you have any fun stuff that you said you had a few things?
I had yes.
Okay.
In a hypothetical world, just like the president likes to have executive orders, I would like to have an executive order to get rid of a phrase.
Which one?
And this phrase is used at restaurants. And I don't know, something about it just makes me feel icky.
I'll have what she's having?
No, it's can I go ahead and top you off?
Oh.
Something about it,
Yeah.
it's like I know it doesn't mean
Mm-hmm.
what it means, and I know Gail that's been there for 25 years at the restaurant, I know she's not meaning that. But in my head, I can't think of anything but that. And there's got to be a better, just add the word coffee in there. Just say, can I top off your coffee?
Can I be honest? I feel like it's a you problem.
I guess it's restaurant and waitress.
I
Maybe
get
I
it.
feel a little different, you know?
I get it, but I don't think everybody that's getting that is thinking like you are. I also
guess.
would probably think like that. So it might be a me problem too. But I don't think Gail's cousin that comes in there that's also Gail's age is having a problem with her asking, can I top you off?
But if you're just out in public and someone's like, hey, can I top you off? You're like, whoa, what?
Setting matters.
Yeah.
Setting does matter.
So I guess, I don't know. It's every time I hear it, it doesn't matter what restaurant I'm at. It's just like something about it's just like, I'm like, I don't know. It just, not that it's icky, but it's just like, it just feels like there's a better phrase that we could use to say, hey, can I refill your drink? Can I go ahead? Like,
Yeah.
where did we get to? Can
Would
I
you
top
like
off
some
your,
more?
can I top you off?
It's informal. It's fun. It's
I guess.
flirty.
Yeah. I
It's
guess.
flirty.
You can top me off. Go for it. I don't know what that means.
That could be a good pickup line, you know? Go to somebody at the bar, be like, hey, how you doing? Hey, can I top you off? She'd be like, what? Like, your drink.
Setting does matter.
Can I-
Setting matters.
Your drink. Your drink. Just trying to top you off.
I see you're a
That's
little
all.
low there.
Yeah.
Mind if I top you off?
Pickup lines that could also possibly get you slapped.
Telling you. Rough. Yikes.
That's just,
I was trying to think of one. I don't have one. Like just think like icky phrases. I don't know.
yeah, that was the one that it's just a constant. Maybe it's just, like I said, mind in the gutter. Just nothing. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be that way forever. Someone says something that it's a that's what she said. I'm going to be a that's what she said guy till
I think that's okay.
I'm in the 7.
I think it's even
70.
better if the waitress comes up and says, "Hey, can I top you off?" And you say, "That's what she said."
Yeah.
Make it awkward.
Yes.
Make it, in front of the wife and child.
You
too.
see, the thing, if it was us there, like the three of us, we all would have busted out laughing.
Yeah. Well, we would immediately, like, as soon as the person would leave, we'd look at her.
I don't know if she would have been able to walk away from the table before you started laughing. If it's three guys there, like if it's us, we're gonna laugh.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like, "What are you laughing at?" Like, he told a joke.
I think company matters too. Like setting matters, but also like
Yeah.
like if it was three of us, like I've had friends that I used to work with when people would say things at work, and I don't even know what it is. We would just all of a sudden just across the room look at each other like, "Yeah, you heard that? Okay, I heard that too." And then we kind of laugh and move on. But like if nobody else is there, I'm just like going about my life,
That's the funniest thing. Like you and ESPN had it this week, and they were grading like the NFL free agency trades and stuff, and they were grading the team, and somebody was like, "I'll give them an F." And they're like, "They did okay. They did a little better than that, so I'm not even gonna give them an F. I'm gonna give them a big old D." And all of them were just kind of like, and you see the TNT stuff like Shaq and Charles always says something suspect, and
Yeah.
even the press conferences they say something, and they're like, "Wait, what did I say?" And they're like, "You said you got to say pause after."
We're all adults.
Yeah.
It's fine.
If
We
I'm
can laugh at
65 and
things.
someone says, "Wow, that's so big, I can barely put that in my mouth," I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna burst out laughing. It doesn't.
There you go.
It's just no matter the context, I'm gonna burst out laughing.
I haven't heard that in a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah, that's my ex-wife.
Well, all right.
Good for you.
What?
I was like, good for you.
My ex-wife used to say that. I wrote down topics, but I hate them. I played pickleball for the first time.
I've yet to dabble in the ball of the pickle.
It's interesting.
So I don't really. I mean, I guess I get the rules. Is it like tennis, but you can't let it hit the ground, or you can let it hit? It's like
I'm gonna be honest.
shuffle. What is it? Another weird word. Shuttlecock. What's the thing?
Volley,
Badminton. No,
badminton.
is it badminton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can't let it touch the ground.
It's
Is it like
like
a mix
ping-
between badminton? and
It's like
tennis?
ping pong. It's kind of like tennis. It's like ping pong.
But can it touch the ground?
It's supposed to touch the ground. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like on the serve, you have to cross serve and it has to go into the little box on the diagonal side, and it has to bounce once, and then they have to hit it back, and it has to bounce once, and then from there, obviously, it has to bounce in to get a point. But like
So it's like
just like
So it's
hit it
like
back.
tennis, but it has to bounce.
It does have to bounce on the volley and the back or whatever.
And he
Whatever
told
it's
me
called.
that you can't have a hit above your waist.
So I was very confused because I read that you can't, and then I was told when I was there you can, but you can't when you're serving. You have to serve underhand, and then after that you can hit it overhand. So
You
I
can
was like, oh,
tomahawk
okay.
somebody.
Apparently, I watched it happen a few times. People got listen. There were some balls to the face. Okay. There's a kitchen as well. This was the confusing part. And I didn't hear this at all until I got there. Because a lot of the people, we're all the first time, like I'm saying. And everybody's like, hey, what do you know about pickleball? And everybody's like, you can't get in the kitchen. And I'm like, what does that even mean? Apparently, there's like a middle spot. There's a box on either side of the net. You can't go in it unless the ball bounces in it. So you can't put your feet in it unless the ball bounces in it.
Yes, then.
But here's the thing.
Oh.
It's fun. Like, it's one of those games after walking away, because all we did was drink and play pickleball.
Mm.
So it's one of those games where you can drink and play and you don't have to overly be aggressive. Like you can, I mean, some people take it very serious, but you don't have to. It's also one of those games where you can easily get lazy and be like, oops, I suck now. So there's a fine line.
Another situation where I think setting and company matters. If I'm with some people like you were with, like some kind of randomish people,
Mm-hmm.
I would be competitive, but not as competitive as if it was like us three and another friend.
Yes.
If it was 2-on-2, it's balls to the wall. I can't drink while I play y'all
Literally.
because I'm good.
I will. I thought it was more. Well, I don't have to drink to play, but I thought it was more fun that I was drinking and playing. It was almost like I was playing beer pong because the competitiveness still takes over, and you're like, oh, like let me get this going here.
It's more so I can't drink and be that active. I don't like to.
You really can't do two things at once in general. I've noticed that about
Yeah,
you.
it's true. It's true. I don't like to drink and be hot. Like that's not a thing I want to do.
Yeah.
We've had the conversation about the beach. I can chill on the beach and drink, but I'm not trying to drink and play the beach games.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. It's
Weird.
just- yeah. No, it is.
It's not weird. It's just
It makes me feel sick. I don't want to do that.
Because beer pong, like you're doing it, but you're not really
beer
having
pong,
to be
you're
active.
Beer pong, you're in one place. Just doop.
so. I think that's the thing. Like you could realistically, you don't have to move much.
Yeah.
But if you start getting competitive and then running around, then you're gonna break a sweat.
Like I was in a softball league one year, and softball leagues are notorious for drinking. And I was like, I maybe have one,
Yeah.
but like I can't be blitzed out there trying to catch a fly ball.
I used to, dude. I was playing softball. I used to put down like a 6-pack while I was playing.
Just
That
keep
was
me in
fun.
that. Keep me in the outfield.
Dude, I
They
used
hit
to.
some piss rockets in the
Yeah, that's
outfield,
what I'm
dude.
saying.
I know.
Like I'm not trying to catch this ball and be like, "There's 3 of them."
I never got that. That was never that bad. But I did. If I was playing in like the co-ed league, sometimes I would even get to a point where I'd run out in the outfield with my beer. In my hand. Like, all right, let's go. It's fun. But no, pickleball is a good time. I definitely recommend it. I don't know if I'm going to be the guy, like you see the videos of the guys that are like, oh, what is this new sport? And they like play it. And then like a couple days later, they're like, oh, I got 2 new rackets. I got this, I got that. I don't think that's going to be the thing.
I need to go play before the trend dies because the trend's going to die.
I don't know if it will.
People are making like restaurants and pickleball specific places. Didn't Drew Brees
Brees did it.
That's what this place was. I don't know if this was the Drew Brees place.
Pickling pins?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's Drew Brees' place. It was cool. Shout out to Drew Brees.
Yeah. It's like brand new.
Pickling pins.
It just opened in like October, I think.
They had like, we had a private party, obviously.
There's a
it was
bunch
like
of shit there,
big party.
if I remember right.
It's like, well, the place I was at was just pickleball, a bar, and then like they had food that they had catered. So I don't know. There was like indoor pickleball, outdoor pickleball, and a bar right in the middle.
Pickleball place, like right there.
Yeah, let's roll.
That far?
I got 2 little rackets right there that I got for free.
Look at that.
Weird.
I
was
went
going
to
to say,
this
did they
was like
provide you rackets? Or?
So this was like a company party that I just randomly got invited. So it was like a customer party for someone I'm a customer for at the place I work at. Anyways, so yeah, I got 2 of those. I got like headbands, sweatbands. They sent me an email today. They're like, hey, you get a free gift. Here's a hat. I'm like, you're just giving me a lot of stuff. This is cool. And I got to drink and eat for free and meet people and network. And
Good for you.
Did you wear the headband?
I did not. I tried because I had this hat on actually. And I was like, at first I put it around my neck because I'm ghetto.
Yeah.
That didn't work. I was like, I can't breathe. Took it off.
So our next company outing is pickleball.
Pickleball, let's
That's what
do
it
it.
sounds like.
Yeah. We'll set up a tripod and we'll record.
Hell yeah.
It's fun.
Let's go.
It's got to get one person. Is it small? It's the same size as a tennis court.
No,
typically.
I think it's
It's smaller.
smaller.
It's small. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they cut down the tennis court.
Yeah, it's very small.
You
I'm
can
telling
really,
you. Like,
really be lazy with it then.
yeah, I was playing against 2 people in like one of the last games I played, and it was at this point I had gotten the hang of playing pickleball.
Yeah.
I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
And after the game, they're like, you have so much range out there, man. And
That's
I'm
what I
like,
was telling you. I feel like any pairing of the 3 of us could be pretty damn good because we wouldn't have to take it is. I know the court is small. I've seen the courts.
it's tiny.
We wouldn't have to we'd have more trouble avoiding each other than
The hardest problem is just communicating with your teammate.
Yeah.
You got to like,
My hit.
yeah, basically. I had a guy that I learned from he was actually the CEO of the company that I was there for. And like, I just randomly got paired with him and he taught me from the ground up how to play. He was like, all right, so you're right-handed and you're on my backside. So you got to call everything. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. Gotcha. On it. In that moment, I was like, I'm fucking locked in now.
Yeah.
I just realized this is a sport and we are trying. Let's get it.
like
Good
that.
time.
I like it.
He also left out that he did that after a day of bottomless mimosas.
I did.
We went get brunch and he had bottomless mimosas and then went straight to pickleball.
I didn't go straight to pickleball, but yeah.
Win in Rome.
It wasn't that bad. Like
Nah,
those mimosas were super weak. It was like I was drinking orange juice all day.
Well, they're
And-
bottomless for a reason.
And then I had 5 hours in between or something like that. And then at pickleball, I had like a couple beers.
it's more impressive that he did it after the biscuits and gravy and
Mm.
all the food.
Dude, I didn't really even eat that night. I actually stopped on the way home. I don't ever do this. I stopped on the way home because I had not eaten and I grabbed 2 tacos, actually. 2 tacos from Taco Bell. And I counted the calories. This is how bad I am. I counted the calories in the drive-through. I'm like, okay, this is 250 calories. This is okay. It's like 500 calories. I haven't eaten dinner. That's fine.
Nothing will fill you up more than some old country cooking.
Dude, I was so full like most of that day.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. Sorry, we're just talking now. We don't even realize we're recording the show.
I pointed to something. It may not even be recording. Hey.
We'll just have to do the solo cams for the last thing.
Yeah, let's wrap this up so that I don't have to do that for too much.
That's fine. Wrap it up. I had a Kevin Gates thing, but
Save it.
save it.
Save it.
Okay.
He's still putting music out.
He is. Somehow. That's it. Do you want to tell everybody you love them? Because I like how soft and sensual you are when you say that. It makes me feel good.
I do love everybody for listening. You're so great. We appreciate you. Whether you watch us on YouTube, listen to us on your ride to work, or on the clips, or follow us on Twitter, wherever you listen to us or watch us. We love you. We appreciate you. And hope you sleep good. Hope your day goes good. Love you so much. Kisses. Kisses. Love you. Bye bye.
Bye, little froggy.